We worse than them.
So if God came down today and asked you, Charleston, what should I do? What would you tell him?
Enslave black people again. Put them back in chains. Hit the reset button. So it can produce a greater group of people. So it can produce a greater group of people like the slaves did.
How the slave gonna end? How?
Didn't you see what slavery produced, nigga? It was great people when they come out of slavery.
What you mean?
They were great people.
Like what?
They built Black Wall Street. They was loving. Their families was intact. They had skills. They wasn't violent. They didn't harm people. They didn't hurt people. Them people just wanted to be left alone and enjoy freedom. This group here hurt people, wake up to hurt people, look to hurt people. This group needs to be put in chains and separated from house nigga and field nigga again.
Man, nah, man.
I said,
hold up, break it down one more time.
You heard her saying she and I said with no smile.
Break it down one more time.
This group needs to be separated again as house niggas and field niggas. Most you field niggas is gonna say no snitching. Most of us house niggas is gonna say yeah snitching. You run away off the plantation, they go whoop all of us. You think I ain't finna go tell boss y'all talking about running away? They might sell your mama. I like your mama. I got a crush on your mama. They gonna beat all us. And y'all talking about running away with that freedom talk.
You can't think of nothing else but
nothing else. I can't think of nothing else that will improve the conditions of black people today other than chains and slavery.
How long?
400 years, like the last slavery, to reproduce the exact same thing. Man, them was some great people. Our great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers, you know, that had land, knew how to work the land. Didn't give a damn. They wore coveralls and tore down.
Nigga stone, man.
Yeah, man.
That was kind of right, man.
What you say?
You're gonna be inside the house.
Man, you got these folks brainwashed in here, Charles.
How, my nigga?
They say you right.
Man, they ain't never heard this before, so how I brainwash them? This is them first time ever hearing me say this, so how they brainwash?
Say it one more time.
I ain't saying the slavery shit right. I'm just saying, well, he's talking about the reset kind of right.
The reset is right, but in the chains?
In chain. Whips and niggas need whips. Niggas need lashes on their backs and their ass again.
You fucked up. Bro.
Niggas need new names.
Gunter.
Master Williams, boy. Ain't you Master William Slave? Nigga need new names.
Who gonna be the slave owner?
White folks, they done it the best. Who more better than the enslaved niggas than white people? Nigga, they got a method that's proven to work on us.
So you don't think we enslaved now? You don't think we in chains now?
We ain't, but them niggas in prison is. Because
but you don't think the internet got us enslaved though?
Yeah, you are absolutely right. So because that's a new world. So we're not enslaved in this physical world, but you are a digital slave when you log on into the metaverse world. Mm-hmm. Unless you're making money. If you making money, it's like sharecropping because they making money out for you. They just gave you a little piece of their land and letting you. So it's sharecropping if you monetize. Mm-hmm. But if you ain't monetized, of course you're a digital slave. So I don't want to hear nothing about man back in slavery. If I was in slavery, I would have done this. You doing what you would have done, cooperating. You because nigga, it's metaverse world and you are a slave. And by you being on there with your time and your energy, people make resources and money off you just being off your labor sort of. Your time, however long you're on there, people making trillions of dollars off you.
All right, just to be clear, black people have always been great, right? But I want to try to transmute the method behind his madness on this one. Because, I mean, clearly he's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? He's doing what he say he does. And I know most people shouldn't be taking what he just said in terms of putting black people back in chains serious, but there is another way to look at it, right? And that goes back to my idea about separating starting our own communities. Essentially, doing that is putting black people back in chains, but not in a way that is that lacks integrity. Giving them structure. Which is the main thing they need. That's something that slavery gave them, right? It forced structure upon them. But of course, black people was just fine before slavery. So you can't sit up here and say slavery made them better people. They were good people before slavery. And they were strong after slavery. It wasn't until all the manipulation, the oppression, the drugs, and all that stuff got pumped into the communities did things go south, right? That's the facts of the matter. But to transmute what he just said, putting them back in chains is similar to saying, start your own communities. Because most people don't want to do that. Most people are like, man, that's too much. Because they grew up, the people of the day grew up in times where they were raised to pretty much think about themselves, not the community. Most people were raised to be selfish in this world. So don't nobody really want to hear, let's start our own communities and rebuild, right? And so, in order for us as adults who know better to change that mindset, essentially we got to do like Charleston White said, and that's put them back in chains. And that means creating an environment, a structured environment, so that they can learn and grow, reinstill the things that define greatness. And you can only do that by placing them into a structured environment, a disciplined environment, a nonviolent disciplined environment, right? So imagine, like for me, when I went to Job Corps, it was full of people from age 16 to 24. Most are clearly dropouts coming to get their GED. Few was there just for the trade, but most was there to get their GED and a trade. And so they was brought out of the hood and put into a structured environment. Now, Job Corps, while it was a structured environment, it was a very relaxed, structured environment. A little more structured than the schools, but still lacking in direction. or discipline, I'd say, lacking in the discipline. So kids would come there, they knew the rules, but it was so much space in between the rules for them to play around and mess up. Just like with jail, like they know the rules, but it's so much space in between to break those rules and get away with it. But when you bring them into a community where everybody knows the rules and not following those rules means you lose that opportunity within that community. And on top of that, this is your home. This is the place that's feeding you. This is the place that's allowing you to create a life for yourself, free from restraint and control, beyond the necessary rules for people to coexist and work towards a common goal. And part of that means taking care of yourself. You have to do the basic stuff, because doing the basics helps lead to greater things. You gotta be able to take care of your hygiene and wash your clothes and just little basic stuff like that. Clean up behind yourself, clean up your mess. But when you bring them into a community, it also teaches them grow your own food, how to provide for your family, how to work with other members of the community so that you all accomplish what needs to be accomplished so that everybody can provide for their family, versus you going to a job. They pay you as little as they can possibly get away with. Try to force as much work as out of you, try to squeeze as much work out of you as they could possibly can for not even enough to really take care of yourself, yet alone a family. And then when you get the jobs that pay enough for you to take care of yourself and a little extra, it often comes with compromising your integrity in some way. Causes you to become selfish and focus on yourself. And that within itself is damaging to the psyche. That right there is what's breaking down the family structure. You know what you're doing is wrong, but you convince yourself it's right because it's what you got to do to survive. That's why we got to separate from the system, because that right there is a very destructive mindset. It's not, it's forcing you to choose your own survival over your kids' survival. And so when you bring these people that don't really want to be under these types of rules where stop throwing trash all over your home and just the stuff that they not really used to, right? Like people in the hood that guidance and just knowing how to be considerate of others is lost for the most part. And so when you bring them into a structured environment, yeah, it's gonna feel like change to them. But of course, they're not gonna be able to say they in change. But essentially, it's similar to what Charleston is talking about. And so that sets the stage and the foundation for their children to be guided along the right path for them and the future of their bloodline. And they're not going to be able to turn the offer down when the alternative is to continue dealing with what they're dealing with. Like, of course, there are a lot that will, but like I said, the goal is not to save everybody. It's to save those that want to be saved. So those that want that change in their life need that structure, that guidance. Essentially, you will be putting them in chains, but that structured environment, it won't necessarily feel like change to someone that wants to change. They're going to feel like they're bettering themselves, and they're going to work towards. They're going to recognize these rules are in place for a reason. It's going to allow them to heal mentally. They're going to have the right people around them to help guide their thoughts and heal their traumas. That way they can teach their children how to not be traumatized. That way they won't traumatize their own kids. Like, you got people out here that got beat by their parents and feel like their parents did them a favor because they tougher. They're able to deal with the hood better. At least they believe they're able to deal with the hood. But really and truly, it just made them a part of it, right? When you beat your kids trying to toughen, all it do is toughen them up. It creates fear because you want the fear since they don't respect you. A lot of people get it confused thinking it's respect, but it's just fear. You beat your kids into fearing you, and that messes up their mind because they grow up in a environment full of abused children that think that that's okay. Now you got a whole community, a whole generation of kids that think that that type of behavior is okay. It worked for them, right? That not only damages them mentally. Look, if you want to teach a child to be tough, put them in some type of physical sports or you know what I'm saying, boxing, karate, stuff like that. If you can't afford that, organize that within the community. And so when you bring them into a community that has this type of stuff to offer, this type of structure to offer, you're helping heal your people. You're setting them on the right direction. It's not hard work at all. I mean, if the white people can control and manipulate black people into being bad people and then turn around and kill them afterwards, why can't you create an environment to reverse that effect for your own people? Because what I guarantee you, white people or the corruption of this world, I guarantee you they don't view this as hard work. They enjoy it.
Dad.
Yeah, babe. I'm doing a video, okay? Go back to sleep.
What?
Go back to sleep. It's still bedtime. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's not time yet though. It's almost. But yeah, they not viewing this as work at all. They're enjoying what they do. That's why they do it, right? For the most part, that's why they continue to do it, because it makes them feel good about themselves. And so why not do the opposite and feel good about yourself? Like, hey, I was able to organize all this. I'm gonna go down in history as someone that made a difference or set the stage for change. So ultimately, that's the method behind Charleston White's madness. He get on and say a lot of crazy stuff, but I mean, a lot of what he says can be transmuted into something positive based on what I've witnessed so far. Do I agree with him saying it? No, I don't. 'Cause there's so many people that want to weaponize his words and take advantage of that, justify their behavior because of what he said. I mean, we adjust our behaviors just to fit into this matrix, man. And that's counterproductive. That's counterproductive. I mean, everybody got their positions, man. And deep down, a lot of you know what you're supposed to do and what you should be doing. And so, gotta stop making excuses. Stop doing what feels easy. Stop being lazy like a lot of people are saying black folks are. Cause we done use so much of our energy in this system just to make it successfully. We feel like we've done enough. But really and truly all we did was waste our life trying to coexist with this system.